Hey guys, it's Brick Thunder, and today we're going to be unboxing, setting up, and doing a demo of the Spirit Halloween 2023 Black Heart. Alright, so here it is. This one may have my favorite concept of the year. Deathstalker so far is my favorite, but the concept of this is so dark, so creepy, not something I would have expected to see, and it's a simple prop with an awesome concept, which I do really like. Now, I've not looked inside this. I have not seen him in person, obviously, so let's get to the unboxing. Here we go. Alright, let's open it up. So I believe this guy's actually Crazy Crate, so this may be packaged pretty crazily. And it may be hard to see some parts. What I'm really interested in seeing is the girl's face, actually. I do like his, but it is a standard Reaper skeleton type face. But she looks distortions quality, really. So we have some pieces for her. These are both for her there. But then here's the head, right there, right away. So I was also interested in materials. This is full plastic. Okay, so that's good. She's not going to dry rot. Although I believe Crazy Crate uses vinyl. She looks amazing. I was also a bit worried about the size. So far, both of their heads are exactly what I would want. Her head is life size, looks extremely detailed. They actually gave her lashes. The drooling of the black is so cool. And then the neck just looks awesome. And her hair actually feels and looks really good as well. Yeah, overall, super cool right there. Very nice quality. We have the actual Reaper's head right here. So let's take this out. This is actually very large. This is larger than I would think. It has mouth movement, and he also is drooling the black. Looks awesome. Really cool. Nice detail on him too. All right, put that down there. Not too many parts, especially for Crazy Crate. That's actually less than I would expect. We have the shoulder piece for him, I believe, right there. We have some hands. We have the hand that pulls back on his outfit, and then the hand that is just kind of grasping her head. We have clothing right there. More clothing. This is the girl. This is her clothing. We have a ton of zip ties then for everything else. So everything else looks like it's going to come out in one piece other than this, which is a very strange piece. I'm not really sure where this goes. This is probably for mounting the control box, but not 100% sure on that. So it could be a leg pull, but we'll see. Might be also for the girl. Now, like I said, everything else, one piece really. And actually, it's all zip tied down to the box as well. So none of that is going to come out right now. So let me cut all these zip ties, and then we will continue taking stuff out. All right, all zip ties are now cut. So now we can take out each part individually. So there's only one motor for him, which is a pretty cool design. This is the arm moving the outfit, and then the head looking up and down. So yeah, pretty cool. Very unique mechanism here. Not exactly sure what all of this does. I know his arm kind of goes at an angle, so this stuff might be for that, but really not sure what all of this is doing yet. Yeah, like I said, very unique. I don't have any that are like that. We have a hip loop, likely for him. We have the control box piece. Not sure where this sits, probably on him. I think the girl's body is more just the dress forming it. I don't know how many poles she actually has up there. But speaking of poles, box of poles right there. And then our final pieces are the adapter in the box and the base, which is extremely tiny, especially for a prop that is 6'6" and has a girl with it. So yeah, not too many parts out of the box, and yeah, not too big either. So this should be pretty simple. Let's go to the setup. All right, let's begin our setup here. So we have the girls' poles right here, and I'm actually going to do these now. Technically, it says to wait till later, but it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to do them now or else we're going to have to move the camera. And she does have a support right here, as you can see. I'm just going to click that in. And then we have our next poles right here. We have the square poles for her, the circular poles for him. So make sure you have those. And then this weird one is on top up here. So next, we're going to build him. We're going to move backwards here. Make sure you have the ones with the support prong holes right there. So this is just going to click in like that, and then we can bring our supports up for him. Glad that they're using a ton of supports. Definitely something you want to see, especially with props that are pretty big. 6'6" can definitely catch some wind. Then we have our next pulls up here. And actually, I've noticed that none of these are actually labeled, so you just have to look at the features. Luckily, all of these are very different, other than ones like that, or ones like these, which they can switch. Those don't really matter where they go. Okay, so next, our last thing before moving up is the control box piece. So you want to make sure these snap blocks are in the back, but then we can slide this down and snap it on. And then this will allow us to wire everything up here and also attach the torso up above. So it is clicked in now. That is the whole bottom section of both of the characters. Let's move up to the torsos. All right, so we have the Reaper's torso right here, and his height looks to be about exactly what I would expect. So looking good there. We have his shoulder piece right here that we can connect, and I'm just going to do this before the clothing to make it a bit easier. And then, like I said, clothing. Let's get that out. So here's the bag. This is actually a Ziploc bag, which is kind of surprising. Usually you just break these. And this is super, super nice quality. That is the first thing I'm noticing here. Really, really nice. There's his hood, so we know that's the front there. So let's take the bottom of the clothing in the back and slide it over the top. And it doesn't really matter because we don't have arms on yet, so we can just adjust it if it's not perfectly centered. All right, so clothing is now slid over. So now what we can do is attach his arms. So this arm, which is the open hand, is going to be over here. The hands come pre-attached. And we're just going to slide this up, although I think the bottom is kind of open on most of it, so it should be pretty easy. And then we can go through the back because there's a hole in the back with Velcro, and we can attach the prong here. And then there's a Velcro right here on the top of the hand that we're just going to Velcro to like that to adjust all of the clothing here, so that looks good. Okay, and then we can also bend this if we need to later, but it should be in a pretty good position already. So now let's get his other arm on. And now something I'm noticing here is part of the arm was actually in that shoulder piece that we put on already. So this is part of the arm. We're going to attach that with this tiny little snap lock right here to his shoulder. So first let's slide this on, and then we will attach the hand piece. Okay, so now, like I said, now that we have this on, we can take the arm with the hand like this and attach that there. And then we can take all of this clothing and bring it up. You can see his sensor right there, so we're gonna have to wire this up actually. But now we're just going to bring this hole over the hand and Velcro it to the top right there. So that's gonna cover the girl completely. Okay, so now I moved this out of the way. I didn't need to activate him. You kind of just push it slowly till you hear that motor noise actually doing it. You don't want to crack anything or bend anything, so just make sure that motor noise is happening. All right, so now we can add his head, and then we will work on the girl here. All right, so we're gonna make sure this wire is threaded down his neck. So let's find the hole up here by the hood, thread it down, and then we can attach his head to the prongs. And right now it looks like he's looking up. All right, so now we can work on the girl. And this looks pretty simple actually, which I'm surprised about because it is Crazy Create, so I was expecting some zip ties or screws, but doesn't seem like there are any. So making sure the Velcro is in the back, we're going to slide this dress type piece over the metal. First, we want to do this all first, and then we're going to get her shoulders on. All right, so shoulder piece is just going to snap lock in there. Then we have the chest piece right here, and this is going to Velcro on. So the arms are just going to go backwards like this, and they just fill the sleeves so that it doesn't look fake. So then we have some of this Velcro that I was just talking about on the outfit. So we can pull this up over through the arms and then over the shoulder piece. All right, so dress is up now, and then we can take the two arms here and Velcro them together in the back so that these stay out of the way and look more realistic like that. Looks kind of like she's tied up there. Okay, and now our final step here is adding her head. This is just going to sit down like that, and then we can adjust the collar of the shirt here and then Velcro it in the back to complete that setup there. All right, so there he is, fully set up there, looking awesome. Let's go to the demo. Here we go. All right, he's all wired up and ready. Let's plug him in.
Don't be afraid. Your time has come. Join me now and forever. We will own the night. Soon you will forget everything. Your life, your past. You will stay with me for the rest of eternity. You are now mine for all time. Together, we shall roam among the living and find our next victim.
Alright, so there he was, the Black Heart. This thing is so much cooler than I thought it would be. So I loved his concept initially, and I really like him overall, but I thought I wouldn't be as impressed with him in person, but I definitely am. I love that motion a lot. It's faster than I thought, so it's more of a reveal than I thought. Definitely happy with that. I also love how unique it is. It's not just a pull out and sideways, it's really a sideways and down, and that's a really impressive motion to pull off. It looks great in person. So speaking of looks, it's just kind of a normal Reaper. It's cool. It's nothing too special. I do like that they gave him the black drool, but she is one of the better looking props I've ever seen Spirit do. This thing looks amazing. It looks super realistic. Again, like I said, professional level quality look to that head. The sculpt is great, and the paint is as well. Now, this is a pretty dark concept, so I'm really glad they actually kept with that dark and eerie type look by not giving it any LEDs. This guy does not light up anywhere, and I'm very, very glad they did that. I think it definitely helps with that really dark and eerie feel. Finally, that voice is amazing. I love his voice. In the video, I wasn't too sure. I actually listened to it multiple times and still couldn't figure out if I liked it or not. Hearing it in person, it is booming. It is very intimidating, and I love the echo and reverb it has. It really sounds creepy. Overall, really, really love this guy. Definitely one of my favorites of the season so far, and I truly think it'll stay that way. He is really, really cool. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.